The Major tore open the Soviet woman's clothes. He was ready to unleash all his rage over losing the war on her. Originally, the Major had planned to marry the woman after the war ended, but seeing the endless fighting, he could no longer see any hope of victory. So he decided to run away with the woman, to find a place where only the two of them could live. But what the Major did not expect was that a Soviet sniper had already taken aim at them. The next second, the woman died right in front of him. Seeing the woman he loved fall, the Major could no longer hold back the anger in his heart. He immediately requested reinforcements from headquarters. The quiet battlefield was suddenly broken by the sound of rumbling. Dozens of tanks arrived as promised. Wherever they went, they left nothing behind. The Major, watching this from a distance, couldn't believe it. Headquarters had actually sent in mobile units. At that moment, a tank crewman stepped forward boldly and said that everyone here would now take orders from the Major. Looking at the building ahead, occupied by the Soviet squad, the Major ordered the soldiers to level it. The next second, all the tanks started moving. They turned in unison toward the building, but with the Major's command, everyone launched an assault on the building. The tanks crushed all obstacles in front of them and led the soldiers forward. Inside the building, the Soviet soldiers couldn't believe what they were seeing. In less than 10 seconds, the German forces had reached the center of the battlefield. All the tanks got into position, ready for combat. With the Major's order, the soldiers covered their ears tightly. The tanks began bombarding the building. After the first wave of attacks ended, the Major ordered the infantry to charge. Not a single enemy was to be left alive. By this time, the Soviet soldiers inside the building had already been bombed so badly they could no longer stand. Seeing the Germans storm into the building, the Soviets pushed themselves up to fight back desperately. But one man couldn't possibly hold out. Soon, the Major rushed into the building and shot him dead. Right after that, the Major stood inside the building and shouted loudly, telling the sniper who fired the shot to come out and die. But when he reached the rooftop, he found only the Soviet commander still alive. Seeing this situation, both sides fired at the same time, emptied their magazines, and both fell down at the same moment. Suddenly, a radio operator who had been hiding came out. The commander ordered him not to worry about him, but to quickly use the radio and request artillery support from command. They must not let the Germans escape. Realizing what he had to do, the radio operator immediately reported his position to headquarters. A few minutes later, Soviet artillery shells landed near the building, instantly burying the German forces who couldn't get away in time. Everyone inside the building also gave their lives for their country.